after road course racing at Road America last night. The drivers of the by Appalachian Hauler Hunters have returned to the Atlanta Motors time, one of the fastest racetracks in NASCAR. And they are ready to go here for the AG Solar Solutions 250, presented by Appalachian Hauler Hunters. The Ag Solar Solutions 250 gets you ready for coverage here tonight. The next round of the SNB Wednesday Night Cup Series on your home for sim racing, LSR. I'm Wesley Outland. Joined alongside is Charles Wooten in the announcer booth / Charles, how you doing on this sim style tonight?
As usual, I'm here so I don't get fined. That's
Yeah, that's the old yeah. So, well, listen, we got a good show for you here tonight. 250 miles, almost 125 laps, the equivalent. These drivers are ready to rock and roll here around the Atlanta Motor Speedway. Robert Fisher, who won at Road America last week, Ross Tatum, the Bristol winner, and the winner of the first 3 races of the season. You know, they got the green bars. Charles, they're in the postseason. They're going to the playoffs. Who else can emerge? Or will we see another repeat winner?
You know, if I had to put my money, I'm putting my money on Josh Altus. I've already talked to him multiple times prior to coming into the qualifying that is going on now, and he basically said, you know, barring he doesn't make any mistakes and the strategy works out, fully said, you know, barring he doesn't make any mistakes and the strategy works out for him and he doesn't get caught up in anybody else's mistakes, he thinks he's got a good shot here. Obviously, he's won here before in previous seasons. So I think he's got a good shot. Then again, so does someone like Matt Dyer. So there's a handful of drivers here that definitely have a good shot at putting in a victory lane.
So again, recapping last week at Road America, Thomas Fisher absolutely dominated at Road America on his way to scoring his first career SNB Cup Series win, making the 3rd different winner of the season. And of course, he joins Braxton DeWeese and Ross Tatum in locking themselves into Season 3 of the postseason playoffs later on. Tom Bourne, a runner-up in the finish after a heartbreak at Bristol a few weeks ago. Bourne has bounced back last week, and of course, after missing the first 3 races of the season, Bourne is working very hard to get himself up inside the top 20 of the point standings contenders in the playoffs. He currently sits 5 spots out in the top 25. And finally, Matt Dyer, the native out of California. Dyer won't start this season, however, looking for his win. He did get himself on the podium for his 2nd top 5 and 4th top 10 of the season last week, sitting 3rd in the point standings as well. The number 52 of Jacob Grant, Charles, will return to action after a 1-race suspension and a caution back at Bristol. Grant falls now to 17th in the points and is currently right now 15 below the cutoff. Charles, in the top, misses a race, and he falls all the way back to 17th. That's a big hurt for Jacob Grant in 52.
Yeah, it just goes to show you how close the point standings are together and how tightly bunched everybody is. Every point matters. And, you know, it's one of the big reasons we harp on these drivers to be here every week. Even if you're not in the chase, you've got to be here. Again, every point counts. Even for these chase drivers, they're trying to get as many bonus points as they can, as high up in the points as they can, because it's going to set them up really well going into the playoffs later on in the season.
Hey, real quickly, let's take a look at race on 10. 30-lap practice is done. 2-lap qualifying you just saw little snippets of, and we have a 250-mile at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. This is the equivalent of a 250-miler like you would see for a Xfinity Series race on a Saturday afternoon before the Cup boys go for 500 miles, 334 laps. That is the bottom left race information, again, presented by Race on Texas. And by the way, speaking on Race on Texas, we're proud to have the part of LSRTV, as well as all great racing that goes on in the Arklatex area. And by the way, sign up today to get a Speed Pass account for only $39.99 a month and help support local dirt track racing or track. 50% of the monthly payment goes to the home track you pick each month. Sign up today and now. Upcoming racing weekend at raceontexas.com. The field is gridded.
Hang on, read.
There we go.
My bad.
Charles just got all excited. He said we're going to send this all over again.
Hold on, there we go. Okay, that was not what we were supposed to do. Here we go. That was a complete mess up on my behalf. I do apologize.
It's all good, brother. It's all good. We all make mistakes, okay?
Okay, let's try this again, shall we? See if we can get the There we go. Now
Ladies
we're going to get some gritty
music. The Team 126 Racing starting lineup for round number 6 of the SNB Cup Series of the Ag Solutions.
And don't forget,
250 at Atlanta.
We also got that pole
on the
award
pole
as
in
well.
The 52. He's also the Mountaineer Outfitters Fast Qualifier, the 52. Jacob Grant back after suspension. Matt Dyer out of row number 1. Row number 2 on the grid. We'll find Thomas Fisher, winner last week, of course, at Road America. He's back on the oval tonight. Andrew Cody will be to his outside. Row number 3 in the grid. We'll find the driver of Evan Coleman, the 51. He won the SNB. He won the Adrenaline iRacing Cup event on Sunday night. What a job for him. See if he can carry that momentum for Michigan. Keenan Massey alongside of the number 4, row 3. Row 4. We'll find Joshua Altus. That's the driver that Charles says is his pick tonight. Zach Peterson in 96. Good start in qualifying for him. Into the top 10. Tom Bourne in the 54. Rob Sherwood, the 29. Make up your top 10.
In row 6, going to be the 18 of Robbie Helms and the 2 of Logan Brakey, who will be playing for the championship on the 27th, it does look like. In row 7 is going to be the 12 of Caleb Smith and the 21 of Ross Tatum. Row 8 going to be the 19 of Tyler Sewksbury and the 76 of Joseph Madigan. And in row 9 going to be Spencer Best and the 20 and Braxton DeWeese starting deep in the field in that number 8 machine. And rounding out the top 20 is going to be the 7 of Christian Gardner and the 46 of Kevin Martin. And quickly run through the rest, only a few more. The 13 of Jake Rager and the 11 of Tanner Johnson. Row 12 going to be the 69 of Eric Stamp and the 6 of Joey Stone. And rounding out the field, the 24 of Brockton Packard and the 55 of Chris Smith.
So that is the lineup. There you go. 167 laps, 250 miles here in the Ag Solutions 250 SNB Cup Series, presented by Appalachian Hauler Hunters. Work their way to turn number 3 and 4, the first of our doubleheader Wednesday coverage. Coming up later tonight, we're back at WeatherTech Raceway Laguna Seca for road course racing for the Northwest Truck Series, presented by the Tom Denchel Automotive Group. For now, green in the air here in Atlanta. We're ready for round 6. SNB Cup is green. Virtually, we are kicking the asphalt. Opening laps are strong and underway here at Atlanta. Lap 3 of 167 on the board. Racing quickly, fierce. We saw 2 and 3 wide racing very quickly, Charles, and right now everyone playing nice. Keenan Massey, so is Peterson in 96. All this calamity, craziness going on in front of Tom Bourne and Altus, and that battle has a couple of cars in front of him as well.
This battle is far from over here. They are still duking it out in the front. 3 wide for third place. Then you go 2 wide, maybe 3 wide again. And if they want to go 2x2 or 3x3 or maybe even 4x4, we'll see how they go later on in the race. But these guys are definitely not done. They are not done.
Back across the start-finish line, back to 1 and 2. Peterson with some company inside. Driver left, there's Massey. Check out our new scoring curve. It also shows the graphics of the cars the drivers compete in with color-coordinated numbers. The SNB Cup Series rolls on. This race, 167 laps. Real quickly, while we're under green flag conditions and ourselves, go to the bottom right of the monitor, and you can check out. There it is. 80 degrees ambient temp virtually. Track temp, Charles, almost 50 degrees warmer than the ambient temperature. Clear skies, and they're rumbling in the abundant sunshine.
Yeah, and that's not going to help anything here. Is we already know this is hot, Lana. It's going to be hot. This track, very quickly. We know going into this race, about 2 or 3 laps on a run, your tires are pretty much junk at that point anyway. So strategy is strategy. It's going to be tire strategy here tonight. Who can conserve the tires the best? And well, that could get very interesting because if it goes green, you're going to have to conserve. If it stays under the yellow flag, which doesn't look like it's going to, then you could have a chance to come down and get tires more often. But again, you only have 5 sets in the pits.
Down the back straightaway, they work their way into the corner. Backstretch into 3. Jacob Grant, coming out for 1-week suspension, is back in the saddle again, and he's up in P1. We call him Pillsbury. He leads the way. Board with Tom Bourne and Charles. He wants to turn things around after having a pretty disappointing run in the adrenaline penultimate race of the playoffs Sunday night at Michigan.
Yeah, he was looking to lock himself into the playoffs, just didn't quite get it done. It kind of been a mess, as simple as that. And he was out early of the race. He did try to come back and rally a few laps, but it just wasn't enough. But he's doing good here, like you mentioned. He's in the 3rd spot, and a car wrecked down low, but no caution's going to come out for that one.
Oh, man.
So no caution.
Field staying green, no caution, no yellow flag. It's problems for Smith, though. That's Caleb Smith's father in the Miller High Life Bobby Allison colors.
And unfortunately, not going to be leaving the High Life here tonight, as that car is going to be coming down pit road momentarily. But the battle still ensues, and there is the yellow. And I would have...
They did throw a caution.
They did throw a caution because he is the only one off pace. Surprising, too. He's off the pace, but he's off the track, too. So the caution coming out for the 55 as it went well back into the... race here, so we'll see if we can find out exactly where it transpired at. And we'll see here. Look at Pulse Popper replay. We actually found where Brockton Packard is showing that he was off track too. So we'll see. And right there you see it. So we'll take another look back here. Again, this is Brockton Packard that may have been involved in this with Chris Smith as well.
So we're under the caution flag for the first time. We'll watch it again and see what happened. Brockton Packard right around there with that incident with Chris Smith and that 55. Looking at the replay, those are your 2 there in the middle. They work their way up the high banks into turn 3 here at Atlanta. Down to the inside goes Packard's car. And Packard just a little drift and contact again. and Packard goes spinning across the start finish, and then Charles Smith's car, Smith goes into the grass.
And interesting that, the caution came out well after that was done. Very interesting there. But
Chris Smith, yes.
Everyone did come down pit road during that except for your top 9 drivers. So, Cootie, Byrne, Coleman, Smith, Gardner, Martin, Best, Stone, and Rager, those top 9 drivers did not come down pit road. Everybody else from Grant on did.
And we are under the caution flag for the first time. We will step in the Ag Solar Solutions 250 underway in Atlanta for the SNB Cup Series. More coverage on LSRTV. Let's take a look at your saw blade top 5, top left. There they are. There we go. We're back for more from Atlanta. Already underway in the early going and the first caution of the race.
Stop wasting sunshine. Today's the day that you can learn how you can slash your high electric bill. Ag Solar Solutions has helped farmers, we've helped business owners, and we've helped homeowners cut their high electric bills with a photovoltaic system. We do ground mounts and we do roof mounts. Now's the time to find out. All you have to do is send me a text to Mike Harold, the Solar Dog. I'm looking forward to hearing from you.
Welcome back to Atlanta. Ag Solar Solutions 250 in the early go. And Charles, we did have some cars ups. And in doing so, shuffle up the lineup order. Put the number 48 machine to the top spot now. The Ally Financial, if you will, number 48 of Andrew Cody, P1.
He'll get on to you. It's actually pronounced Cody.
Yeah, Andrew.
He messes our page. I thought he was joking, but hey, it is his last name. So,
he does not have Cooties, but his last name is Cody.
I kind of liked it when it was Cody, just because I'm a little prejudiced to that name. I do like the name, so I have to say that. But hey, he is out there doing good right now. We'll see if he can hang on to that lead. Not taking tires. I don't think it's going to happen. I think you're going to see, as a few more did come down, by the way, I think you're going to see this driver right there, Grant, in the 52. He is going to blow the doors off these guys that didn't take tires. They have 19 laps on them, so I think they're going to get by them really quick.
Restart. Back in the Geico restart zone. Green back in the air. Cootie on the restart down to the inside. Pulls away from Gardner. Best. Morton. Grant, your top 5. The man that led in the early going was Jacob Grant. He falls back to 5th, and they're on the back straightaway at full speed now, Charles.
They are indeed, and they are side by side, 3 wide back here. Matt Dyer making his presence known. The 92, that is Fisher getting a piece of the wall. He's going to slide back just a little bit, almost making contact with the 19 of Stooksbury, but he does stay off of him. But this is a hornet's nest back here from about 8th, 9th, and 10th on. And I told you Grant would be moving his way to the front right now. He is in 3rd place. He is moving, and we got one into the wall. And a big wreck.
Oh, we got big trouble. We got big trouble, Charles.
That's
2,
the 96.
3 cars. Several cars wrecked. It's Peterson. Brockton Packard back involved again.
Caution is officially out.
A multi-car accident on the back straightaway. Your pick, Peterson, Packard. The other car, there was a multi-car accident. Calamity into turn 2, Charles.
I have a feeling this started with Zach Peterson. Is what it looked like anyway. We're about to find out. No, there's Stooksbury into the wall. No, it is Peterson. Just gets into another car and just starts a chain reaction.
Wow. Yeah. They're able to continue along. Packard had nowhere to go for Shadow Racing 24 into the fence with Peterson again. My goodness.
Hey, right on board with Zach Peterson here for MP Motorsports, and you'll see the 19 smack the wall here in just a minute, but that was no bearing on what happened, and I'm not sure who. It may have been the 29 right there. Peterson just dips down a little bit right there, smacks the 29, and into the wall he goes, and it is on from there. He collects the 96 and the 24 with him.
Calamity and another caution flag. Another yellow flag.
Well, it's not how I figured he would get the lead. They did come down to pit, but your leader once again is Jacob Grant.
Certainly is. A lot of caution flags here in the opening laps.
Well, my question is, where is Josh Altus right now? He is sitting, if we can find him, there he is. He's in third place, so I still think he's got a good shot here. He's sitting there right now, again, for MP Motorsports on the 94 in third. He's got a good shot at winning this thing. Again, remember, he won previously in a past season, so he's got the know-how. He's just got to make sure the strategy works out for him.
Lap 18 of 167. Caution out again. Charles, a lot of calamity here in the early going of this event. We've seen this happen several times before, where literally we have these seek, if you will, of just green caution, and then finally they settle down. We have that, comfortable part of the race. Everybody plays nice. And then you kind of wonder how it shuffles around in the race with these 6 stops. And then normally the final 20 laps, 10 laps, unless somebody breaks away, it's crazy calamity. And that's normally, Charles, how these races are here in Atlanta.
Yeah, they definitely can be. And, you know, speaking of the way things go and the way things they could go, I gotta wonder about this driver right there. That number 8 machine, and looks like they got a new paint job on there, some kind of bar and grill. Does it say Racer's Edge Bar and Grill? No, River's Edge Bar and Grill on there. But the high five driver of Braxton DeWeese, he's been on a hot streak, or he was on a hot streak. I think he may have taken the ice bucket challenge, because he has cooled off quite a bit with a third, I believe, a third and a 10th place finish. So, has his hot streak
come to... Did you say ice bucket challenge?
Yes, I think he took the ice bucket challenge. So, either way, he's cooled off. So, has his hot streak come to an end? And if it has, it obviously coming to an end well early in this season. So, he's got to pick it up if he wants to maintain that points lead.
Well, we're going to keep an eye again on Jacob Grant, the 5th, again, coming off of a suspension last week after bringing a caution out intentionally at Bristol. And since then, he has been somebody to watch. Tonight's race, again, 250 miles, 167 laps. for the Ag Solar Solutions 250. As always, tires plus the set that they have on the cars, the original, and then 5 more in the pits. Fuel window, again, between 38 cells and 65%. 1 fast repair. And Charles, there is a competition caution that will be coming out on lap number 50. We're back to green after the second caution on lap 21. And here we go to the back straightaway again at speed.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'm curious how that competition caution is going to go. Obviously, we know pit road will close around, well, not around, it will close on lap 47 for that competition caution. But I want to know, if we get a caution around lap 45 or so, that probably, I would think, would count as a competition caution, as it would go over into it anyway. So we'll have to keep an eye on that based on the fact that we've already had 2 cautions so far. So again, this is all stuff we monitor live as we go, and we really don't know how it's going to go. That's why it's racing, is it's completely unpredictable.
It certainly is. We're keeping an eye on it here, as there's a lot of action going on here right now. As again, for the most part, it was Jacob Grant who was up at the front. Now we've got Joshua Altus. And Charles, it's one of those drivers you said to keep an eye on. He is in that 94 machine, the LSRTV entry, and he is in P2, closing in on the leader. But you've also got to the inside the number 76 machine, also sticking his nose in this battle for the lead. Madigan, as they work their way past start-finish line.
That Madigan possibly giving Altus a little bit of a push. Not much draft here at Atlanta, but he's definitely helping push him to the front, and they're going to go 3 wide. He's done pushing him. He wants to get the lead as well, and that's going to leave Altus kind of stuck in the middle in the sucker hole, and he does. Madigan takes the lead as he shoves Altus up to the high side.
Madigan's just happy to be here. Look at him right there, that number 3 spot. Now he'll clear him, and now the lead. Madigan to the number 1 spot. Up the racetrack goes Grant. He'll also carry Altus with him. 1 car sliding away down on the bottom. They're about to stick it 3 wide there for a moment. And that is Mr. Tanner Johnson there on the inside. The black and yellow number 11. He's looking for third and more. Down to the inside at a 3 and 4.
Yeah, definitely not what you would typically see out of Tanner Johnson. He's usually running somewhere midfield, but he's sitting in 3rd place right now, so not a bad run for that number 11 machine here tonight for sure. Question is, does anybody have anything from Madigan? Once he got by those 2-3 cars, he's kind of checked out. He's got a 6, 7, even 10 car length lead right now, so nobody's been able to really pull away from the field except for Madigan, who just did it. But Tanner Johnson's slightly pulling away now as well.
Start finish line. Back to turn 1 and 2 goes Madigan.
While this is going on, you got another little battle behind them starting to brew. Braxton DeWeese, it looks like Christian Gardner and Keenan Massey.
Whoa!
3 cars looking for 1 spot.
Charles, I don't know if you caught that green car. Looked like he shot the gap in the back, and he'll save it, and we'll stay green right there. That green car right there.
That would be the 46 of Kevin Martin.
Yeah, man.
And that, yeah, driving for Appalachian Holler Hunter Motorsports. So we'll see how he does after that little slide on the tires, which is definitely not going to help those tires at all on a track that already eats your tires up.
Closing in on lap number 30 here in this event. This is round number 6 of the SNB Cup Series, presented by Appalachian Hauler Hunters. Jacob Graham was a Mountain Outfitters fast qualifier. 250 from Atlanta. And right now, Charles, we have seen 4 different leaders, just the opening 30 laps. We'll have a
Yeah, competition coming out, and we do know fuel. It's the 41 laps. We're 18 on this set right now, so in about 20 laps, if the caution was to come out, that would be past there. So to know when they come down and take fuel and tires, because they're going to be running out of fuel right as that competition comes out. And remember, pit road 7. So that's going to really shake things up for this field.
Pit lane closed on lap number 47 as Charles just reiterated on. Had 2 yellow flags in the opening 30 laps of this race. Probably on about a 10-lap green flag run right now. And there you see a battle for the lead. The front three, Grant, Altus, going at it. Back into the corner. Jacob Grant, Charles, he's really trying to redeem himself. Remember, points before Bristol. He suffered a penalty for causing a illegal caution, if you will, deeming it. He was disqualified and a race last week at Road America. Won that event. In doing so, Charles, 3rd in the podium points, all the way down to 17th. He's got to pick himself back up. 20 in the points, and he wins a race, playoffs. And tonight he's making a statement of that 52 car.
Yeah, he's definitely making a statement here tonight. And look at the top 5 drivers right now. 3 of these drivers are making a statement here tonight. Braxton Luis, the lowest of them, 13 spots gained from right now. He started to go look at Madigan. He started in 16th. He's up to he started 16th. He's up to the lead right now. Tanner Johnson started in 22nd, and he is up to 20 spots. So not only is he making a statement, so are these 3 drivers as well.
Turn 2, back straightaway. Johnson is there. Tanner Johnson. All in a pack. Working their way back around start finish. Here they come through the guys line now. There's Jacob Grant. Grant and Altus right there with each other again. And another lap of the board. Here's Altus down to the inside. Down the leader in the 11. Tanner Johnson deemed himself, Charles, after some bad luck in the Adrenaline Cup Series finale at Michigan last Sunday night as well.
Yeah, definitely has. And was again, we'll have to see how, but we're already on lap 36. Competition caution coming out here very shortly. A quick apologize there. We had a issue with the overlays, wanted to shut down, so we do apologize for that, but they are officially back up and running now. And out front leading this thing with a little bit of battle going on back here. I swear I was about to go before we had some issues there with the overlays. The front's kind of getting spread out. The back of the field, Wesley, not so much. They are starting to really duke it out here in the back of this field.
Back to turn number 1 and 2. And there is Joseph Madigan. There's the interval. Charles Madigan is gone in that 76. Wow.
Yeah, I mentioned a while ago, he's been the only driver that's been able to check out from the field. No one else really has been able to do it. They've been close, but they just have not been able to just completely check out from the field like Madigan has been able to do.
Back off into the turn. Closing in on that competition caution on lap number 50. There they are. There they go. Back to start finish. Grant will pull up in front of Altis. Altis will now have Massey to deal with. Keenan Massey, the white number 4, to the inside, to the outside now. Here comes the number 8 machine. Got a different wrap job on that car. Braxton DeWeese, Charles, first time we mentioned his name, to climb into the top 5 in the fold.
Well, hey, maybe for you, I mentioned him already. I talked about how good he was doing. He's gained 13 spots. He's doing good from the back of this field. As someone else is doing good behind them, Tanner Johnson, he was 20 spots good. He's actually fallen back now. He's only 16 spots up from where he started. So I have a feeling Tanner Johnson and maybe some of these other drivers are starting to wear these tires out, and they're showing it, and they're feeling the consequences of it. They were fast, they wore the tires off, and now they're falling to the back.
Yeah, one time they were up top 3, top 5, and now they're fading away, waiting for that comp leave in less than 10 laps from now. But I don't think Tanner Johnson can wait anymore. Here he comes, dropping down below the apron. He is on the pit lane. Tanner Johnson into the pits. A couple of other cars are also on the pit lane as well. That includes the machine of Smith, who is already out of the race from being caught up with already 32 laps down. And pit stops beginning before the competition caution. Joseph Madigan up 15 spots. He is the leader. Jacob Grant second. Josh Altis is third. Keenan Massey is fourth. Up 13 positions is Braxton DeWeese on 3 wins of the season. The all-time winner, the SNB Cup Series, and the defending series champ. Matt Dyer at 6th. Tom Bourne 7th, up 11 spots to 7. Christian Garner 8th, Ross Tatum the brisk 9th, and Logan Brakey, Charles the top 10, up 2 spots as we approach the competition caution in just 7 laps from now. Madigan still the man out in front. Jacob Grant got a hornet's nest behind him. Charles, we're watching that battle. There's your pick in the 94 down to the inside. DeWeese to the inside of Massey. 2 by 2. Both positions up for grabs as they can finish.
Yeah, these guys are trying to get every position they can before that competition caution. Lap 50 is going 5 laps from now. And then, of course, 2 laps from now, the pits will close from lap 47. Nobody will be able to enter pit road, so they're trying to get every position they can. They're even battling back here in the back of this field as well, in around 15th place. So nothing is safe right now. You're trying to gain every spot you can, especially if you can get towards the front and get in and out of the pits quicker than anybody else.
Back straight away at speed 3. Grant and Altis right there. Grant up the racetrack. Altis down to the inside. Trying to make that run work. He couldn't do it. It just closed in up under him. He's trying to make something work on the bottom, and he just cannot seem to get the run he needs, Charles. Here he goes to the inside again. And on the top side is Grant. It's
not quite working out, and keep in mind, pit road is closed. Nobody can enter the pit road now as it is officially closed for the competition caution. So lap 50, and if the caution were to come out here in the next lap or 2 before lap 50, it wouldn't matter. That would count as the competition caution. At least maybe take 2 tires or fuel only and try to gain a little bit more position. I don't think he would, but somebody could try it. I think it's going to be 4 tires and fuel all the way across the board for everybody. Tires are just too valuable here at Atlanta.
Well, going on into turn number 3, there's Massey and DeWeese. There's battling again. Again, as Charles said, pit road is closed. You cannot pit if you look at a scoring a camera angle from the see the lights go red, meaning pit lane is closed. You pit, you suffer a penalty. There will be a competition caution on lap DeWeese, and now Massey to his inside. Charles, I gotta admit, Keenan Massey got a hell of a run going for him right now in the top 5.
Yeah, he's definitely doing
Normally
good.
he struggles. He's looking good.
I mean, technically he's only up 1 spot from where he started, but still a good run for him. You know, it's one thing to qualify good and be a one-lap wonder, but, you know, to be able to hold that position or gain as good as the competition caution does come out. And I see one driver down pit road, Kevin Martin, is on pit road. He's been there for 4 seconds, and the caution just came out for the competition caution, so that very well could be a penalty because he came down when a pit road was technically closed from lap 47 to 50.
Yeah, he did. There might be a penalty coming for the car of Martin. Remember, he's the one that about spun out of the most recent chance of us having a yellow flag. Will we rack them or restack? And Charles, I got a feeling when they do get the scoring finalized with the entire cavalry, road is open, and here they come.
Yeah, they'll come, and we'll keep an eye on Kevin Martin as he has completed his stop, and the 76 is going to overshoot his stall. He'll have to back it up for that's a 76 machine. We'll see who else. Looks like everyone else going to have a pretty solid stop.
Pit lane is open, and there is pit work going on. Jacob Grant is at pit box number 1. Matt Dyer behind him, and he's the first one out. Here they come. Altus second. The race off pit road. DeWeese third. Massey looking good. Dyer. Madigan came in first, enters 5th or 6th. And the rest of the race off pit road. I love that camera angle right there. There they roll. Blend line. They'll come back onto the racetrack. Cars that are a lap down or more will now come to the pit lane. Cars that are in will have the opportunity and the option for the wave around. When the one to go is given, they can try to go past them. But Charles, I mean, we got several cars multiple laps down, and man, we'll get
like some of these guys coming down now, and no surprise, we'll see the 46 is coming back down, so he may avoid any penalties there. 1 lap down anyway, so I don't know if they'll penalize him for that. But the 2 of Logan Breaker, who are watching, he's coming back down because he missed his pit stall. He drove through pit road, couldn't find his stall, and he had to come down and take fuel and tires. So unfortunate for him, but hey, little mistakes like that can cost you big, especially when you're running for a championship.
Under caution. After a third time in this race, we'll step away. More of the Ag Solar Solutions 250. You're checking out the SNB Cup Series. Wednesday Night Thunder, presented by Appalachian Hauler Hunters on your home for sim racing, LSR.
Look at that. Look how wide that deer is. Oh my God. Oh my God. He's down. He's down. What do you think about that?
Every customer, every single time, needs to get our very best. From moment one, my goal is to make sure that that customer's experience is the very best that they've ever had. We expect and demand total transparency. There should never be a time in that transaction where the customer is wondering or what they're paying or those sorts of things. And having that transparency and doing things the right way is super important.
Welcome back to Hotlanta. Ready for the restart. By the way, speaking of the weather conditions and why I said Hotlanta, look at the bottom right of the monitor. Let's see what the track temp is right now as we're right smack dab in this race. 80 degrees. Track temp is between 127 to 130 in Charles. It is this track very slick and sliding handling on these cars as we get ready to come back for the restart.
This track's going to stay hot. I don't see any particular reason why it's going to get cooler. I mean, it could, but I just don't see it as we use. And there you can see the green underneath DeWeese, Tatum, and Fisher. That means they are in the playoffs. Again,
that's right.
They can still be knocked in the top 20 in points. They can't just, get in and leave and do whatever they want to the rest of the season. They still have to maintain a certain, points position to make sure they pay their entry fee before playoffs as well, or they're not eligible. There are some drivers that are in the playoffs kind of half locked. It's just not locked right now. That could be removed if they don't get their entry fee in or they fall out of the point standing. So we'll keep closer track of that as we get closer to the playoffs.
Entry fees, got to turn in those start finish line.
We're getting
back to turn
reports that
one.
you have to pay as well for singing. There's a singing
how
fee.
much do you want? I mean, there's a singing fee.
Yes.
By the way, I apparently Wednesday Night Thunder is already taken for another sim league. I didn't know. I was just giving the expression. Wednesday Night Thunder wasn't trying to make anybody get butt hurt. So if they get mad, I'm sorry. Don't take it out on Charles. Don't take it out on Rocket Media. Take it out on me.
Deal. Oh wait.
You want to bash me? Wesley Outland on Facebook. Announcer Wesley Outland on my public figure page on Facebook. At Wesley Outland on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and Snappy Chat. And then you can bash me and message me directly.
Okay, well, I was kind of joking. You didn't have to go out that far, but...
And I'll just say I'm sorry.
I think there's a league. There was a league at one time. I don't think they would bash you or come after you. But anyway, back to the racing. Braxton DeWeese is...
I'm just here so I don't get fined, as you say.
There you go. Braxton DeWeese is your second place runner right now. Grant, back to where he started out front. DeWeese and Dyer, Altus, all having really, really good runs here tonight. Although Matt Dyer is technically down one spot from where he started, he's still having a good run in that rigid number 88 machine, but he's got a rear view mirror full of Josh Altus, and we'll see if he can get that LSRTV car into victory lane.
That's right. We watching them. We rocking and rolling. Fun times for sure as they work past start finish line. Back straight away now. Alts. Massey to the inside. Look at Massey. For Massey. You've got also Tatum closing in. DeWeese looks good. Across the start finish line. He's in second. Look, my Dyer there now. Matt Dyer inside. Altus behind him.
And remember, during pre-show, we mentioned that Matt Dyer was a driver that had a lot of potential to win this race. So he's showing why right now, but so does Altus. Altus, again, a previous winner. Matt Dyer, fast in practice, and he won the practice race on tire strategy. So could he put it in victory lane when it matters most, and that is during the actual race? Meanwhile, Braxton DeWeese trying to run up on Jacob Grant Pillsbury as he is trying to get him. We'll see. They're going to go single file for the most part, though. This is really the first time we've seen a single file lined up at the front.
Single file. Here they come. Past start finish line. Lap 61. Now working lap 62. Close it in on 100 laps to go. By the way, lap 84 will be halfway. So just about 20 laps from that as well, Charles.
Yeah, and you think about a mile-and-a-half track, 167 laps, 250.5 miles. You think it's going to be a long, long night. But it's really not. These guys moving 31 seconds a lap. That's roughly 2 laps a minute. It really does not take near as long as you would think to get around this mile-and-a-half track of Atlanta.
Yeah, they're getting it. No doubt about it. They are getting it, sure.
That they are. And you know what else is getting, Wesley?
Fun times?
No, I'm getting new RC parts. Anyway,
Oh, yeah, okay, cool.
sorry, you know if you know us long
I guess
enough.
I can say in a very nice way, the check is in the mail for Jeff for Charles Wooten, right?
Yes. No,
There you go. Okay.
You know there's not
just
gonna be
reading your mind. The check
Yes.
is in the mail.
Yes, there. You know there's not going to be a broadcast where RC cars don't get brought up, so we just had to get it
I
out of the
know
way.
you love your RC cars.
We do.
They need to do a virtual RC broadcast and put it on LSRTV. What do you think? Like a virtual?
Oh, we don't need no virtual. We'll go out and see if we can't live stream an actual race. But we are building a track here in my hometown, but so we'll get to that here in a little bit. Right now, Braxton Luis is under fire from Josh Altus. Josh has had a good run. Again, he's +4. Braxton Luis +16 on the race right now. But, you know, they've had this little tug-of-war match going on, Wesley. The top 5 drivers, even maybe in 7 or 8, really have just been back and forth. Nobody's really kept the lead too long or kept second or third. They keep trading it back and forth.
Yeah. Well, that goes on. We're approaching lap 67, which means we're about 100 laps to go. Charles, that's one thing I've got to give props to about the SNB Cup Series that improved on the drivers, their skill, their talents, their abilities, and they run really quick races now. They do not have long drug out shows like maybe things were when they first started. The knowledge and the build up of these racers, virtual racers, and the way they compete has really come a long way since we've started covering them at the end of the first race of their season at Homestead to where they're at now in race 6 of season 3.
Yeah, it definitely has. You know, one thing I'd love to see here in the near future, and I'm not sure if they're out there tuning in here tonight or not, but I would definitely love to see drivers like Bronson Stafford, Robert Kenny, Shane Tyrion, these drivers that we know are really good, have real good I ratings. I would like to see those drivers come over here and run this series as well. Even if it's part-time, I'd love to see how they stack up to the drivers in this league. You know, we've seen some migration like Altus and drivers like that over there, but and Tom Bourne over here, I want to see how you know, someone like Stafford or Tyrion, and see how these drivers would do, because I've watched a lot of these guys since Upper Edge, before I purchased Upper Edge, and they were really good there, and they were really good in ARL. I want to see how they stack up against the drivers like, you know, Altus and Deweese and Dyer, and some of them they already do, but like Madigan, Fisher, Tatum, I want to see how they really match up against them.
Yeah, for sure. We've literally said that we would like to, you know, have, if you will, a all-star race, if you would, with like the SNB Cup Series drivers and the Adrenaline Cup drivers, or the Northwest Cup Series drivers against the SNB Cup Series, like an all-star race. And not even an all-star race, maybe a series, you know, maybe like a mini series, Charles. Come up with something like that. Put the best of the best here on LSR TV and see who is truly the best, if they're from the SNB Cup Series or if they're from the Northwest Cup.
Yeah, definitely something to look into. And I almost forgot this, so we're going to announce it real quick here. For those, you know, they know Race on Texas is a sponsor of the channel. They do a lot for us. Obviously, I work over there for them as well. But as of noon today, they just announced that we are now on the iOS app and also on Roku. So you Already liked watching dirt track racing or short track asphalt racing? Now you can watch it on Roku and the smartphone as well. Because
That's awesome.
We know everybody on the planet except for Wesley has an iPhone anyway, so that's figured where we'd start.
Hey, Android, but it does any and everything that I need to do it, okay, fella? Okay, fella?
Can you talk to Siri? I didn't think so.
I can talk to Google. Okay, Google.
No. Anyway, before we open that can of worms.
Why is he being mean to me today?
Braxton DeWeese is holding on. Can he get the lead? Is the question from Grant. Grant has held this lead for quite some time.
I don't like you making fun of my phone, okay?
I'm sorry.
Wars get started, okay? Some people have the goose, some people have the gander, some people have the iPhone, some people have the Androids. It doesn't matter. I make it work.
Okay, we'll let you make it work.
Let me go back to work. We want to thank Ag Solar Solutions. By the way, Ag Solar is a division of the Coastal Solar in Hinesville, Georgia. Ag Solar was formed to market to the underserved agricultural market across the U.S. of A. Our approach is to design a grid-tied photovoltaic system that will offset anywhere from 50% to 100% of the farmer's electric bill. Offsets depends upon the utility, when and how the farmer is using electrical power, state regulations, and this farmer-specific rate plan. Ag Solar look, customize, and design a system that offers the biggest bang for your buck. Hey, by the way, Ag Solar has installs on hog farms, grain mills, and other farm locations, and including Charles LSRTV studio to fix his broke generator. They're located in Georgia, Florida, South Carolina, North Carolina, Mississippi, Louisiana, Texas, Illinois, Oregon, just to name a few. More details at agsolarsolutionsolar.com. I was playing about the refrigerator, Charles. It was all in good fun.
My refrigerator is perfectly working now, thank you.
Don't take offense to what I said. Don't get angry.
Refrigerators are working good. Whirlpool makes good refrigerators. Just saying. Anyway, look who's up here now. 10 spots. Ross Tatum. Tatum sitting in 4th position. He's had a decent run, and it's just kept building as he is trying to work his way into the top 3 so he can get a podium and talk to us a little bit later. But Keenan Massey gets by him just now, so obviously Massey has some other plans of his own.
And he's excited. He's just happy to be here. Putting on a good show for sure. Well, we're approaching halfway here in tonight's Ag Solar Solutions 250. Charles Wooten, Wesley Outland here with you. Race number 6 of the SNB Cup Series, Appalachian Hauler Hunters. And we have been rocking and rolling here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Closing in on halfway as well here in about less than 10 laps, Charles. And Jacob Grant back in the saddle again, and he's doing good in that 52.
He is doing good, and they're kind of settling their stuff out, but these guys back here, not so much. As you have, it looks like Rob Sherwood just in front of them. Then you have Tom Bourne, Eric Stamp, Thomas Fisher, Logan Brakey. Those guys not quite done just yet. They are duking it out, and that is Sherwood and Madigan battling side by side, and they're duking it out. Remember the 76 of Madigan was out front a little while ago. Now he's mired back in 9th place, so he's falling back quite a bit from where he was at, but still 7 spots to the good.
Grant, DeWeese, Otis, Tatum, and Massey. Top 5, Dyer, Stone, Sherwood, Madigan, Fisher, the winner last week, Road America. currently your top 10. By the way, speaking of road, Dirt Tech Raceway, Laguna Seca tonight, 11:30 Eastern. Greg Rentz and myself on the broadcast call. The next round of the Northwest Truck by Tom Denchel Automotive. Three wide almost as they work away past the start finish. They're down the back straightaway. My apologies. And boy, oh boy, it's starting to get a little antsy. Racing starting to pick up and get intense here, Charles, as they work their way, closing into halfway.
Yeah, they're starting to pick it up just a little bit. We'll see just how much they do the further we get into this race, but definitely they're getting a little tired of being towards the back. These guys want to get up to the front as quick as they can. Quick update as of right now. It looks like everybody except for two drivers are on track. Andrew Crudy out of the race, and Jake Rager, 24th and 25th out of this race. Chris Smith in 26, he's still in the race, but he's got a gap of about 20 laps or so before 19 laps till he's able to gain some position. So he could get up to about 24th, but that's about the highest he's going to go right now.
Turn number 3. And there they are, back in across the stripe.
Well, checking back up front, and we have Altis and Luis still battling for position side by side. Those two really have not given up anything. However, both of them have actually lost a little bit of time on Grant Wesley.
They have. And we're halfway, by the way, second half of the race about to get underway. It is the man out in front, but there is that battle for second, and it is a hot, heated battle. Deweese on the inside of Altis right there, the 4 up the pack behind them is Tatum and Dyer, 21 and 88. Massey in that mix. And here we go again, up to 3.
Now, these guys are not done yet. They're still going to go and duke this one out to the very end. There's 82 laps left to go. We've completed 85. Let's make it 86 completed right there's around lap 87. They are side by side. Matt Dyer having a terrific run for him as well.
Back across. Start, finish into 1 and 2. Here they come back straight away again. While this goes on, Grant has almost a second, if you will, as they work into turn 1 and 2. Grant, the leader, behind them. There they are, leading that battle. Massey up into now 3rd. He was in 6th a moment ago, up 3 spots. Massey's got a good run going for him tonight here at Atlanta, Charles, in the 4.
Yeah, Massey is doing a good job, up 3 from where he started in 6th place. A phenomenal job for him, and we'll just have to kind of wait and see if he can manage to get the top 3 so we can talk to him and see how the car was handling. But definitely good. And Josh Altis, remember he said he was going to be a guy to look out for if he could get the strategy, and that strategy was banking on green flag runs. And what's what we've seen so far, we had those 2 cautions, and then it's gone green since then. Maybe a 3rd one in there, I can't remember for sure, but either way, very few cautions here for tonight's race so far, and we've seen green since then, and we're looking to see green the rest of this way. We may throw a yellow in there somewhere.
That's right.
And
I wonder if we will see a caution flag. Right now, everything's still on go. Here comes green flag pit stops. Cars are pitting. That's Rob Sherwood in the 29. He's on the pit lane.
He's going to go ahead and get service done. Zach Peterson's down as well. So a couple of drivers coming down. Zach Peterson has obviously got a little bit of damage as we're going to see how it all plays out. But Rob Sherwood is done with his stop. So he's coming in way earlier than everybody else as the caution is out.
Yeah, oh my goodness, Charles. You thought there'd be a yellow flag. There it is. You jinxed it for us, man.
Oh, I had to. We got a bunch to field back up. And go and look. We'll see where the caution came out for, but possibly Christian Gardner. I'm not sure. He's the one at the rear of the field right now, but I don't see anybody off pace, so I'm not sure what this caution was for. And there you see the caution was already out. As we'll go to Christian Gardner, and he's already got damage there, it looks like. So not sure what the actual caution was for, but nobody off pace. But regardless of that, we got everybody coming down pit road.
Well, we knew there was going to be stops in here. Here comes the cavalry now onto the pit lane for another session of caution flag stops right before it became green flag pit stop. Yeah. Up at the front, Jake Grant. Here comes, by the way, man. Wow. Dyer off pit lane first. Can you believe it? What a run for Matt Dyer, Charles.
Yeah, he is moving and grooving up to the front now. As everybody else piling off there, looks like Caleb Smith coming down, and we got one more. Looks like they're going to be rolling by here any minute. No, they're still on pit road, so that'll do it for the drivers that came down pit road. Just about the entire field, or at least everyone on the lead lap, came in, and you can see all the lap cars ahead of them that are going to get the wave around.
Matt Dyer up to the front. Couple of cars in front of him that'll take the wave around, or cars that will pit that are laps down are in front of the leader. But there is Matt Dyer. Wow. Closing in on the final 70 laps of this one here at Atlanta. Matt Dyer will cycle back around as the leader. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back after a word from our sponsors of the series. And for the race tonight, the Ag Solar Solutions 250, just after halfway at Atlanta.
Look at that! Look how wide that deer is. Oh my god. Oh my god. He's down. He's down. Hold him up first, huh? Can you hold him up? Son, what do you think about that? After me.
Stop wasting sunshine. Today's the day that you can learn how you can slash your high electric bill. Ag Solar Solutions has helped farmers, we've helped business owners, and we've helped homeowners cut their high electric bills with a photovoltaic system. We do ground mounts and we do roof mounts. Now's the time to find out. All you have to do is send me a text to Mike Harold, the Solar Dog. I'm looking forward to hearing from you.
Several cars take wave around. Other ones that were laps down came down to the pit line. And Matt Dyer in his own little world in front of his truck, if you will. Charles, under 70 laps to go when they come back. Restart, bud. What do you think we're going to see in this final stretch of the race here at Atlanta?
Good racing. Good multi-car racing. That's
Well,
my
they don't
prediction.
call them the best color man of the business for nothing, folks.
Yeah. I don't know whoever said that. They're obviously full of lying.
Mm-hmm. Ready. Back green. Atlanta. Closing in on lap 100.
We'll see how it all goes and unfolds here tonight. As again, 73 laps to go, 94 completed, and the 52 of Grant gonna get a little loose. He takes it to the apron, but comes back on track as he has got a good little run now, considering the fact he just about spun the car out.
Start, finish, back to the line. Matt Dyer only held on to the lead for so long, and there's your Altus Charles up to the lead now. Dyer battling back on the outside. Inside that mix, so is Massey, so is Deweese. The 2 car is also another driver in the fight of Logan Brakey. Bunch them up, you pack them up. This is the scenario you end up having right here.
Yeah, this is a good job for these guys to race as hard as they are, as close as they are. And, you know, they have just a few cautions. So, usually when you see this many cars bunched up, it turns into a bit of a caution fest. That has not been the case so far here for this league.
We ain't done it in a while. Let's rest our voice. And no, we got a caution. Never mind. Check yellow flag. Trouble. Multi-car accident.
Eric Stamp bringing out the caution for this one. We'll take a look and see what happened to that number.
Several other cars involved. Dude, wow. Cars just scattered and stopped on the racetrack.
Take a look, maybe Brockton Packard involved in this. We'll just have to look and see, and right there he gets into the wall, taps the 6, around he goes, and just solo, bam, until right there.
Oh! Nowhere to go, nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. That's like lyrics to a song, and that's like what happened on the racetrack right there, Charles. And you got to be happy this time I didn't sing, right? I didn't sing it, so you can't penalize me.
I make money when you sing off the singing fee, so I'm okay with it. It's like a swear jar. It's a singing jar. And you're about to see what happened here on board with Rob Sherwood. This all happens well in front of him. It still manages to get tangled up in it right there. He can see a little beating and banging. He sees smoke. I'm going to go low. I'm going to go low. And bam, out of nowhere, he gets hit anyway. Unfortunate for Rob Sherwood, having a not a great night here tonight for sure. He thinks he's clear, and then out of nowhere, he just gets hammered right in the door and shoves him into the inside wall.
A multi-car accident. Bunches up the field again. We approach lap 100. Full digits now go on the scoreboard. Lap number 167 lap. As caution coming out again. A multi-car accident. Going to take a look at the replay as you just saw. And does anybody come to the pits?
They already did. They got a couple of came down from about 8th place on. Madigan, Altus, Massey, Stooksbury, and beyond. Everyone on the lead lap came down. Your top 7 drivers, Smith, Stone, Fisher, Brakey, Grant, Tatum, and Dyer, stayed out on 8 lap old tires.
I Yeah, I don't think anybody's going to pit. I really don't. I don't see anybody coming down to the pit lane. I really don't.
Oh, I mean, some of them did. If you go back here to Madigan and beyond, these guys came down. They're on fresh tires. They have 0 racing laps on them. The top 7 stayed out. Everybody
Madigan,
else came down.
I think it was one of those drivers that was up in the front earlier. Matt Dyer. Carl's looking at some stats here. Looking for his first win on the series for the SNB Cup Series this season. He would be the 4th different winner. And I have to say, in the last season to now, he has certainly improved, Charles, to being a very competitive competitor on the SNB Series, on the Adrenaline iRacing League as well on our Sunday night. Don't count out that Rigid Tools number 88 machine. He's up the front. All right, so this is what we're going to do. We were just getting ready to set up for it, Charles, and then we had the mission come out. Bring the field back to green here at Atlanta at speed. Working their way into turns number 3 and 4 to kick some asphalt extended here at Atlanta to the line. Green back out under. 50 laps to go. We're underway. Extended. Here they come. Boom, 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 boom. Gotta love it, Charles Wooten.
I did love it, Wesley, till you made your impression of it. And we got a caution.
Oh, we got trouble. Oh, no. Cars are wrecking. Oh, my goodness. 2 or 3 cars wrecked. Turn 3. Calamity. and the caution out again. Pulse poppers, fishing lures, instant replay. And we will tell you what happened. Watch this. Charles, what you take of it, bud?
Yeah, it looks like possibly, I don't think Evan Coleman started this, but he was definitely involved in it. And right there, it's the 52 of Grant, the 6. Looks like I'm not sure who that is, the 37 involved in it as well. I'll say it's the 37. We know the 52 was involved of Grant. So we'll try to pull him up, see if we can find out exactly where everything just went to
Coleman
wrong.
all tore up coming down pit lane. Grant's car, he still stays on racetrack. We'll follow Grant one more time. They stick it 3 wide, and he is in the middle. Someone better lift. Tatum on his driver right on board there. He pulls up in front of him, and there's contact. So whoever was behind Grant, Charles, that's the one that got into him.
Right there, they're gone. There it is.
Was
the
it the
92?
The 92 car, yeah. Thomas Fisher, the Road America winner.
So not the way he wanted his night to go, and Grant definitely did not want to be where he's at right now. But all that's going to be said, Dyer comes down. He's going to lead them off pit road of the drivers that came down, and that's going to give the lead back to Josh Altus.
Well. Altus back to the top spot now. There's Charles Pick. He's picking him. Tom Bourne doing really good. 6 car down to the pit lane. Joey Stone involved in that last caution on the back straightaway. He comes in with a lot of damage. Tom Bourne. DeWeese all in the top 5. Lap 108 to 167. Once again, we want to thank our sponsor for the race. That is Ag Solar Solutions. Thanks to Ag Solar Solutions for stepping up on being a sponsor of this event. For information on Ag Solar Solutions. Ag Solar is a division of the Coastal Solar in Hinesville, Georgia. Ag Solar was formed to market the underserved agricultural market across the USA. Our approach is to design a grid-tied photovoltaic system that will offset anywhere from 50% to 100% of the farmer's electric bill. How much it offsets depends upon the utility, when and how the farmer is used electrical power, state regulations, and of course the farmer's specific rate plan. Ag Solar looks at everything to custom design a system that offers the biggest bang for your buck. Ag Solar has installed on commercial poultry houses, hog farms, grain mills, and other farm locations across the United States. And they have installs available in Georgia, Florida, the Carolinas, Mississippi, Louisiana, Texas, Illinois, and even Oregon, just to name a few. Ag Solar is the #1 commercial poultry installer in the U.S. In addition, Ag Solar has its own in-house grant writing team. We have been very successful in writing the last 25% USDA REAP grants for customers. And of course, if you'd like more information, go online to agsolarsolutions.com and coastalsolar.com. Proud sponsor of the Ag Solar Solutions 250 here. We work our way down the home stretch at Atlanta. Charles Wooten, Wesley Allen back here with you, virtually iRacing. Joshua Altus, originally from the Commonwealth of Virginia, now Winston-Salem, North Carolina, the home of the Madhouse, ready to bring them back to the Geico restart zone for the restart. Be lap number 167. Pace truck drops onto the pit lane. He's on the outside lane for the green flag. Here they come, back to speed. Outside lane goes. Altus goes. Green flag back in the air. They roar. Whole shot. Altus 94, turn 1.
Yeah, good run for him. Good start for him, or restart, I should say, as he's going to try to hold off Massey, Bourne, DeWeese, all these guys right there. Matt Dyer has really fresh tires. 3 laps on his tires for Matt Dyer compared to Braxton DeWeese and everyone above him that have 11. And we know 3 or 4 laps on a set of tires, and they're pretty much junk anyway. So we'll see. But Matt Dyer's 3 laps are under caution, not under racing condition. So that's going to affect this. So really, they have probably, 6 to 7, maybe 8 laps on the tires versus 0 racing laps on the tires. So that can make it interesting. And somebody, I thought, just went for a little spin, but I guess not.
They'll hold it together. No caution, as you said. Racing rolls on.
Yeah, racing.
Look at them. Yeah. Yes. I was going to say that, but watch them back straight away. A little slicing and dicing. Then they fan back and go file freight train. When do you step out of line to make move? And there is, honestly, Charles, tonight's race, so many strong contenders we've watched throughout this event so far. I can't pick a solid winner. I can't say that it's going to be Matt Dyer or Braxton DeWeese or Alt. There's so many multiple names that could go to victory lane here tonight.
Yeah, there's been a lot of drivers that have shown they have what it takes to get to victory lane, so I'm not counting anybody out of this race just yet. We are winding down the laps. I know it has 54 laps left, but that's not a whole lot of laps here when it comes to the grand scheme of things, so they are definitely winding down as we got a battle that's winding up for the lead, and it is a good one. About 4-car battle between Altus, Dyer, Tatum, and Bourne, and really you can't even count out who's behind them. As looks like Tanner Johnson has decided he wants to take the scenic route and go all the way down off the track and then back onto the track.
Cross the start finish line, lap 115. Dyer under attack for the lead. Altus on the outside. He's got help with him in Ross Tatum, and he'll make it work in the 2-for-1 on the outside. Tag teams back to third, but Dyer will battle back on the inside with no help there, Charles.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be much of a battle for long. Is again, Matt Dyer and for that matter, Grant and Bourne, all 3 right there, have much fresher tires. So yeah, I figured Matt Dyer would catch the leader pretty quick, and he has. But catching someone and passing someone, excuse me, are 2 different things. He's going to try to get by him. He's right there, though. He's just got to manage to bide his time and try to get by, but not too much time because, you know, your tires are wearing out every lap.
That is exactly right. Certainly are. Laps winding down. Someone's got to step on the line and make a move. There's that pack. They work their way back up into 1 and 2. Now to 3 and 4. Just great battles all over the speedway, and still give it to, wow, Grant now back in this battle now.
Yeah, Grant's back in it. I don't know how
he's
long
in it to win it, Charles.
He is, and he does have fresher tires, so he's definitely going to have a shot to get by, but he's got a lot of competition up there with Dyer and as well as Tatum. Remember, Tatum, Grant, and Dyer, they're the ones that pitted on that last stop, and they've made their way back up to the 1, 2, and 3. So I don't see, a Stone. Well, Stone that might have a chance. He's got fresh tires, but Altus, Bourne, Smith could, Brakey could, Deweese, all these guys stayed out. So they've got 20 to 21 lap tires. They're not going to compete with 12 lap tires.
No, I don't think they will. The question is, Charles, we are up on lap 20. I guess it's around 40. Go. When do people start getting impatient? When do the craziness moves start being made to try to make a drive to the front? Make some crazy antics, if you will.
I'm surprised they already haven't started, to be honest with you. As these guys, they've definitely showed that they want to win. A lot of these guys have a chance to win. Again, we've already established nobody is safe from, not being the winner. I think everyone's got a shot. As Braxton Deweese almost gets a shot to the back bumper from the 54 of Bourne. He just gives him a nice little shove right there in the rear fender, but he lets off in time not to get into him.
Keep an eye on all these cars. There goes Smith. Caleb Smith has been fairly quiet tonight. Sits in a nice, comfortable spot. Martin, that's 46. Inside. Smith throws the block on Martin. Go to the top shelf there to avoid him. They're going to go 3 wide. Open the door. Martin on the inside. Nope. They'll go single file. Martin just lost 3 spots in that exchange. What a move there by Smith to shut the door on him, and Tom Bourne to boot.
Yeah, these guys are, like I said, I thought they would already be making moves to keep people behind them, and they are. Nobody wants to let anybody by at this time in the race. Again, we are 44 laps to go. We were just at 54, so we've already completed 10 laps here in about 3-4 minutes as we are putting laps down very quickly. Before you know it, we'll be at that 20 to go mark, and then before you know that, we'll be 10 laps to go. So you've got to be going to the front. If you think you've got a shot or a car that could win, you need to be up here battling with Tatum, Grant, Dyer, and Stone and Altus right now.
Don't forget, coming up tonight, we're road course racing. And Charles, I got to say, buddy, the series put on one hell of a dandy show on Monday night. We're going to see what the trucks will do. The next round of the Northwest iRacing Truck Series presented by Tom Denschel Automotive Group. Tonight, 11:30 Eastern, 10:30 LSRTV time Central. And man, we're looking forward to WeatherTech Raceway Laguna Seca. How fun was the Cup race on Monday?
It was good. We were at Long Beach. I'm just kidding.
It was not. It was not Long Beach. It was the second. OG messed me up again.
Okay, but it was not Long Beach. We were at Laguna Seca.
Laguna Seca. No, that's what I said. I thought we were at Long Beach.
He did. He announced it all day long that we were at Long Beach. So he
Last
may have
Sunday,
been there, but we weren't.
I did. I was very happy to be there.
Definitely looking forward to see how those guys do the trucks open setup. Should be for an interesting race. I think we're going to see Sean Bryceman sitting in victory lane now that he can adjust the setup on that car. I think he's got a good shot to win. We'll see. I did hear from Jeff Stabnow he may or may not make the race. We'll know more as we get closer to it. He tends to say this and then shows up either way. But there's a slight chance he will not be racing tonight. We'll just have to keep an eye on that. Just how we're doing this race right here between Grant and Dyer for the top number 2 position.
Why does he bail on us? I don't understand it. Why does he do this to us?
He doesn't like you. No, yeah, I'm just kidding. He has family. He has family in that comes in during the summer. So
he said, Wesley, he doesn't like you. I'm his A squad announcer. I'm like P1, okay? Like, okay, maybe I'm P1, but he doesn't like me, I guess. I don't know.
You're peon number 1.
To this, okay? I'm going to get to the bottom of this and
he has family in town. I
find
told
out
you.
about all this.
He's got
Okay.
family in town. And for the record, I'm P1.
By the way,
If
you
we're talking
said you
about
didn't
who's
like-
ranked number 1, that's me.
In producers.
No, in
In the
overall.
producing department.
I am the King Daddy Pawpaw when it comes to staff. Okay, no, we're all equal. What are you talking about? There is nobody
Brenda
that's higher
McCram.
than anybody else. If there
It's
was,
you and your RC cars.
well, yes, RC cars would
Yes.
take rank over everything. Anyway, Grant's still trying to hold off Matt Dyer. Matt Dyer having the best run he's had all season in 3rd place. Right behind him, Joey Stone. 20 spots for Joey Stone. Unfortunately, as he runs now, we wouldn't get a chance to talk to Stone, but man, what a race he's had so far.
He's happy to be here.
He's very happy to be here in a solid 4th place, top 5. He is definitely happy to be here. The question is, could he possibly pick up a top 3 and we get to talk to him for the first time this season?
We're going to go side by side. You don't miss a thing. Keep on the track. Saw Blade top 5 to the left of the monitor. There they are, right here. In just a second. There they are. Ross Tatum, the Bristol winner, looking to go for his 2nd win of the season. The boss, the Coca-Cola body armor number 21. Matt Dyer, Jacob Grant flip-flopping 2nd and 3rd. Good run for also Joey Stone. And Altus creeping in the top 5. We'll take you to the checkered flag after an extended commercial break. SNB Cup Series from Atlanta.
We're based out of West Monroe, Louisiana. We do custom T-shirts, racing. We'll do actually any shirt. We'll do schools, churches, fundraisers. We do a ton of event shirts, as you can see on our board here, all around our banner. Personalized. I mean, we'll do anything. It doesn't matter to us. We got the custom rugs. We use all the, top quality shirts, inks and everything. Hoodies, hats. We do embroidered hats, embroidered shirts. Just you can call us for anything. We do offer the bag and fold to where you can receive them and they're already labeled and tagged and bagged, ready to give out to your customer and stuff. So you just call us and just tell us, hey, this is what we're looking at doing, and if we're going to put the car on there, it is 125 quantity minimum. If it's without the car, it's 60 quantity minimum. That's strictly on the racing stuff. If it's a business or something, if you race on Texas shirts, it's a little bit differently. You can call us. It just depends on your quantity and ink color. Everything is hand drawn. I mean, everything. We don't Photoshop anything onto a shirt or anything like that. Everything that we go through, everything is drawn, and which is the reason for the art fees. We do have several graphic artists that draw for us, and they're really good. So what we do is on any package that you do, we can mix and match. We can do any colors. You can do purple, red, blue, green, and do the rest black. It doesn't matter to us. With your design on there, we can do hoodies. We can do hoodies, long sleeve shirts, t-shirts, tank tops. It doesn't matter. I mean, it's almost limitless what you can do, and you can put all that together in that package to make that minimum requirements. They can call us 318-278-7191, or they can email us at bulletprooftees@yahoo.com, or they can go to the website bulletprooftees.com.
Well, we're back here in Atlanta. You really haven't missed anything. We've kept it side by side for you. Charles, Ross Tatum trying to carry that momentum from a couple of weeks ago on a short track half mile at Bristol to now the half mile at Atlanta. He leads the way as the laps wind down to under 30 laps to go now.
Yep, 30 to go next time by, and they cross the line as we're in turn 3 right now. And again, position-wise hasn't changed, but the battle up front still is intense. and we do have some coming in. That is your what was
Altus.
fourth place. Altus coming down, so his service is done. We know they can make it 38 to 41 laps, so that right there is the money stop for Josh Altus, is he will not have to come back down again.
And the question is, will that strategy work? Here comes Coleman, the Adrenaline iRacing League Cup Series winner at Michigan Sunday, now onto the pit lane.
Caution is out. Caution is out.
And there's a caution. We got trouble. Logan Brakey with an issue in the number 2. Look out. Tanner Johnson just about got hit. Charles, we're under yellow flag. Well, that changes everything. Throw that out the window.
We'll see. And now we're getting a feedback from Wesley, but there we go. Now it seems to be gone. We're going to have to take another look at that because I do believe he may have had a little contact there.
Logan Brakey, Microsoft Sports Net number 2. Watch this car. The Ford. Did DeWeese get into him? That's the question, Charles.
That's what we're about to find out. Did he get into him? Or was there just, did he just get loose and spin it out?
There is DeWeese on the inside.
And
He's
yes,
up
for
into
sure.
him. Yeah, he did. He got to the left rear and just simply made some contact and around with Logan Brakey with an awesome pirouette of triple 360s. Cars zigging and zagging below him on the top and bottom. And Charles, did you see how close he come to getting plowed on the man?
Yeah, I'm trying to find a good angle here to see if we can get a good shot there. It looks like he just comes straight up into him. Pit stops are underway. We'll get to those in a minute. But yeah, again, it looks like he just came right up into him. Not sure. Yeah, it looks like he was maybe trying to get behind him or something. But either way, he just
maybe the air, maybe the virtual air drafting cut each other off. I'm not sure how that came about. Boy, did you see Altus just missing Brakey on the inside?
Yeah, he barely
He
missed
just
him.
pitted. Yeah, he had just pitted. And I think that's the reason, Charles, why we saw Evan Coleman, and then he just kept on going. He didn't even make a pit stop.
What'll be interesting to see here is if Braxton Luis, if there's any penalty if he's sent to the back. I can't remember if they send him to the back, but I mean, clearly we don't know if it was intentional or not. All of a sudden, sit with his characteristics of a driver to be intentional. It looks like it was just a mistake, but definitely one that's going to cost another driver a lot of positions and a lot of damage to the car. And not to mention, Wesley, it's going to be some damage to the front end of that number 8 machine. It doesn't look like a whole lot. He may have got out fairly unscathed, but, any little damage could hurt you.
Yeah. Man, oh man, oh man. Bunches them all up. Gets them ready to go for a shoot with under 25 lap go. Keeping an eye on the 8 car to see if there's going to be a penalty, a pass through, or having to go to the tail of the field. Right now, Charles, he stays in his position.
Yeah, from the looks of it, not going to be any issues for him. Looks like he's going to just maintain his position, so he is not going to fall backwards, but definitely not good for the other driver involved. But we'll just have to kind of see how it plays itself out. Does any damage on that car affect him?
Ross Tatum is the man out in front, the Coca-Cola body armor, number 21. He won the race at Bristol. Matt Dyer, coming off of a top 3 finish at Road America last week. He's got a great run of the Rigid Tools, number 88 from California. He sits in second. He's on the outside of the leader, Tatum. Morgan, Jacob Morgan, in that number 52 machine, sitting third. DeWeese, after the contact, sits back in fourth. And we are ready for a shootout with over 25 to go. Green back in the air here at Hotlanta. DeWeese will pull on the outside on Dyer while that drifts down below Dyer. He'll get the whole shot, Charles, as they roar off turn 2.
Yeah, side-by-side battle going on between Grant and DeWeese. DeWeese going to have the high side, and looks like the advantage as Grant's going to go to the bottom. And now you see the advantage of the bottom side. Grant going to pull up beside him, and there off the corner, it's going to be Braxton DeWeese getting him to the line.
And how about Joey? Yeah. How about Joey Stone, Charles, the Rainbow Six machine, trying to put something in that battle as well?
Yeah, he says right on the hood, focus. That's what you need to do, is focus if you want to try to get a top 3, because it's not going to be an easy task to get by Grant, DeWeese, Dyer, or Tatum for that matter. These drivers are wicked fast, and they're going to stay that way, I'm sure, throughout this race. As a little bit of contact between Grant and Stone.
And here comes Massey as well. Joey Stone will change up his lane. He'll go from the outside down to the inside, tuck up behind Grant. They'll slither and muscle their way off of number 2. Back straightaway. DeWeese will now thunder his way into the third turn up the outside lane behind Matt Dyer. Push up the racetrack up to Stone. He'll now stick her 3 wide, with Massey now the hot dog between the bun and the clown in the middle as that battle goes on. Cross the start-finish line.
Yeah, the battle is just heating up really good right now. Look who's back in this mix as well. Rob Sherwood. Sherwood in the 7th position in that 29 machine. His car looks like it's been through a war, and it has here at Atlanta. He's been fighting the track, fighting other competitors all night long, as he does have the Out of Talent podcast on the hood. He didn't run out of talent. However, he was involved in some drivers that may have, but he is fighting back right now. He's losing a few spots, but he's still trying to hang on to every spot he can, and that battle for the lead is still heating up one more time, with about 1/10 separating first and second.
Back straightaway into number 3 and 4. Here they come. Back across the stripe. There is Tatum. He's got it. He wants it, is Matt Dyer. And look at Grant after our 1 race suspension last week at Road America. After a shenanigans that went on at Bristol, the 3rd spot, he fell from 3rd in the points to 17th in 1 race. Charles, that's how bad it hurt him, as we're under 20 laps to go now here at Atlanta, because he's got to have a good finish. A win also could put himself in the postseason and give him a into the top 5 or top 10 in points.
Yeah, he definitely, he's got to try his hardest. He's got to fight back from that incident, but he's doing exactly what he needs to do right now. So we'll just have to kind of wait and see how it all plays out. But like you said, under 20 to go. It's going to be 18 at the line. Tatum leading this thing. He's been up there for a couple of laps, but still the first time he's led tonight. But he is doing good, 13 spots up.
Looking really strong as they work their way back into the turn number 1 and 2. It's Tatum. There's Dyer up the racetrack. Little Lincoln nod on the 52 of Morgan, of Grant. He still ducks in line under Dyer. You see him blink for a minute, then he goes away. And then he closes right back up in line But while that goes on, Tatum is not per se pulling away as they go past Zachary Peterson's car down on the inside. But he is definitely opening up 2 or 3 car lengths away from Matt Dyer. Charles, Tatum staying in the middle lane of the racetrack. Matt Dyer trying to make something work.
Yeah, nobody is wanting to give up an inch right now. Everybody is just battling as hard as they can. As you can see right there, Matt Dyer and the 52 of Grant putting on a battle. Here comes Keenan Massey into it. Braxton DeWeese falling back. I think that damage may be hurting him a little bit more than we think, as it looks like Grant is going to have more issues for him. Matt Dyer gets by him very quickly. Makes you wonder if that 52 of Grant is just letting people by, knowing he's having some issues with the connection, and says, I'm not going to be an issue with this battle, knowing that I could cause even more problems with my connection issues here tonight.
And honestly, Charles, that's a heartbreaker for him, because he really needed to have a good finish back in this hunt of the points and make a run for the playoffs. And now with those lagging issues, if you will, on his part, definitely losing ground and costing him, as now DeWeese closing under him in the number 8 machine. Braxton DeWeese from Ohio, 3 wins on the season. He's the all-time winner of the SNB Cup Series at 9 wins in his career. The defending series champion of season 2 from last year. Knows he's in the playoffs, Charles, and right now just kind of being around, ready to just pest the field and go for upset wins and decent top 5 finishes, make the rally, and decent fin to a championship claim again for 2 years in a row with the number 8 card.
Yeah, definitely, and of course he's obviously here to get wins, and
yes.
Any position he can get, bonus points, stuff like that we mentioned earlier. So, he is here, but he's also here to do a job, and that is get as many points as he can to move into the playoffs, because every point will add up and every point will help. And it's kind of like the seeds when it comes to college basketball. You want to put yourself in the highest seeds you can going into the playoffs, being in first with all the extra bonus points, stuff like that. That is just that much, a little bit more of a padding you can have over the competition. So definitely something he's trying to do here, as he's in 4th position. Another solid run for him, but not quite as on fire as he was earlier on in the season.
Tewksbury up the racetrack. Here comes Helms in the 18 car. Going around Martin. Goes it in, by the way, on 10 laps to go here at Atlanta. Next time by. Charles Wooten, Wesley Outlet here with you, the SNB Cup Series, and by Appalachian Hall of Hunters, round 6 in season 3. Tonight, the Ag Solar Solutions 250. It is 10. And Charles, one thing I've noticed on a hot track, sun poking in some places, shadow in a lot, and that's changing the effects and handling, I believe, on these cars at 10 laps to go down the home stretch here in Atlanta.
Yeah, just 10 laps to go for that guy right there and everyone else on the lead lap. The 21 of Tatum. This could be his 2nd win on the season. He already has that first win. So he locked himself in to the playoffs, barring, he's in the top 20 and doesn't miss too many races or stuff like that. But again, 2nd win, that's bonus points for getting the win. He's got to be happy if he can hang on here for 9 more laps to go.
Talking about that shadow there for just a moment. Now it kind of gets back out with more sunlight around the racetrack and coming to the stripe. Working his way off turn 4. Another lap down. 9. Now make it 8 laps to go. Ross Tatum, the boss, And there's a caution. Caution with under 10 laps to go. Jumbles up everything. Trouble. It is number 9, Joey Stone, number 6. Stone in trouble. Focus is gone in the late stages of the number 6 car. Pulse Popper instant replay. Charles is up a bit for a shootout in Hotlanta.
Yeah, so we will stay within regulation. We will not go into overtime with this one, but right there, he gets into the wall, just spins it out, collects the 2, collects the 7, and
wow.
It's a hard lick to the outside wall.
Logan Brakey involved, and Garner involved, the 2 and the 7. Brakey had a Gardner, number 7, Charles, just kind of lying in the weeds, just staying out of trouble for the most part until this happens. Not of his doing, not his fault.
And as we go back to live, I can tell you right now, the winner is coming down to pit road right now. You see right now, everybody's coming down. No surprise.
This is the money stop.
Well,
wow.
It's a good stop. I don't know if the money stop, but everybody's coming down. We'll see if we have another caution. But
it's the cliche of damned if you do and damned if you don't, Charles, because if Tatum would have pitted, and then they would have ran him down.
Yeah, there was
so it's
no
a matter
question.
of 2 tires. There was no question about it.
4 tires all around. If you take 2 tires, you're condemning yourself to the rear of this field. And just as I figured, everybody is taking 4 tires and pumps for fuel.
Road. The race off pit road. Tatum's out first. Tire behind him. DeWeese is 3rd.
As I figured, everybody came down. Everybody took 4 tires. They had 21 laps on that stint, with tires being worn out after 3 laps. You might as well just pack the car in the garage if you didn't come down pit road, because your night was done.
Coming up after the race, extensive race interviews, top 3. We'll talk who is going to win the Ag Solar Solutions 250. Race 6 of the season with now make it 5 laps to go. Charles, they're in the format window. They're not in overtime yet. So again, there is still 5 laps to go. There is still plenty of laps remaining. Look at overtime. Charles, I'm thinking they're going to come around, get 1 to go this time by, back to green, 3-lap shootout.
That is correct. It will be 3 laps to determine the win, assuming we don't have a caution and bring it out, and then that would send us into overtime at that point. And then we would go green, white, checkered again. So we'll see. Again, 3 laps, and then potential for some green, white, checkered overtime shootouts. That will all be determined. Pit road is closed, which means one thing.
1 to go.
1 to go. These cars will get their wave arounds, tag the rear of the field, get 1 of their laps back, and we will go racing next time by.
Wave around given to any cars that are in front of the leaders that are a lap down or more. And in doing so, they have to be at max speed when the green flag drops. You just see basically they get the opportunity to wave around the pace truck and roar back around the speedway. But let's be honest, if they're on the back stretch right now, still under caution, they're down the front straightaway at speed, trying to get caught up with the field in the back. There's a good thing of having the wave around. The wave around, but it's also not good because you're literally rushing to get back and you're at the tail of the field. With that said, Charles, you're running on board with the boss, Ross Tatum, the Bristol winner. Now trying to win his second event in Season 3 of the SNB Cup Series. Watch that pace truck. He's going to veer off right there in front of the leader. And Tatum in the Geico restart zone. And on the inside, green flag and 3 to go in Atlanta. And he pulls away from Dyer. DeWeese. Altus. Oh, coming after him hard into turn 1. He'll get the whole shot off the corner.
And you look at the sidebar, 2 of your top, or through 3 drivers that have won races are 1 and 2. Deweese trying to make his way to the front and see if he can get the win away from Tatum. Tatum going to dive, go up to the high side. That's Deweese is going to go diving to the bottom. Can he get him at the line is the question. He gets a little wiggling loose, and Tatum can lead it with 2 to go.
Deweese battling back on the inside. He had some help from Altus, but then Altus turned on him, burned him down to the inside and go 3 wide below the bottom of the apron. There, they're going to go 3 wide, back straight away. And Deweese is in the middle. Altus just cannot seem to shut down, but a crossover move to the inside from the outside from 4th to 2nd as they come for the white flag, this time by Charles. Holy cow, what a race coming up in Atlanta. CRN 1 to go.
1 lap is all that remains. Matt Dyer may have a shot to win this. He's going to get to the inside of Tatum. Tatum holding on for dear life right now, saying, boy, can I get it? We'll see, as he's trying everything he can. Deweese has been shuffled back.
They'll shuffle their way to turn number 3 and 4 for the final time. Dyer with one more shot down on the inside. He can't get there. He can't close in. Ross Tatum as he got turned down below the grass. Contact. DeWeese got into Dyer. Checkered flag. Ross Tatum will win the Axe Solar Solutions 250. Matt Dyer will finish 2nd, but went spinning into the infield grass here in Atlanta. They're going to score him 2nd. Braxton DeWeese will finish 3rd, Tom Bourne 4th, and Altus the top 5. A wild finish that did not disappoint. And Ross the Boss Tatum, Charles, in on the series. Matt Dyer.
He had a good shot to get the win. He had a good shot, and he took it. And he brings home 2nd win of the season here, and he's going to get a little congratulations from beat-up cars and a nice-looking car, too. So there's his congratulations as they make him a sandwich.
Yeah, there's his teammates there. Just kind of give him a little door slam rub there, and he'll celebrate. That's the Boss Tatum. Coca-Cola body armor number 21. His 2nd win on the series. And Charles, I think that all but solidifies Tatum into the postseason with obviously Fisher Deweese.
Oh, I mean, definitely solidifies he deserves to be there, but again, he's got to keep it in the top 20 and have and make the appropriate amount of races. So his winnings that get him basically locked in, but it's still not 100%. Again, he just has to make sure he maintains the top 20. Doesn't miss too many races, or he could still be eliminated. So we'll wait to see, make sure he does make all those.
Lighten him up behind the start-finish line down below, and there he is, Ross the Boss Tatum. Number 21 Chevrolet Camaro winning. Let's take a look at your Stallblade.com race results here from Atlanta. Official. Ross Tatum is the winner. Matt Dyer spinning across the line in the 88. He'll finish in 2nd. Braxton Deweese will go for Tom Bourne. Another good solid run 4th. And Altus will settle for the top 5. Jacob Grant is 6th. Keenan Massey 7th. Caleb Smith, Rob Sherwood, Robbie Helms, Charles, all 2 seconds from each other at the start-finish line at the checkered flag for your top 10.
Yeah, and going through the rest of the field is going to be Kevin Martin, Joseph Madigan, Logan Brakey, Tyler Stooksbury, Thomas Fisher, and then starting with him, they go one lap down or more. Tanner Johnson, Christian Gardner, Eric Stamp, Joey Stone, Spencer Best, and just a few more there are going to be Evan Coleman, Chris Smith, Brockton Packard, Zach Peterson, Andrew Cootie, still want to call him Cody, and Jake Rager in a 26th spot.
Quick break. When we come back, top 3 finishers. We'll talk to them here at Atlanta and wrap things up for round 6 of the SNB Cup Series. Don't go anywhere. You're home for sim racing, LSRTV.
Stop wasting sunshine. Today's the day that you can learn how you can slash your high electric bill. Ag Solar Solutions has helped farmers, we've helped business owners, and we've helped homeowners cut their high electric bills with a photovoltaic system. We do ground mounts and we do roof mounts. Now's the time to find out. All you have to do is send me a text to Mike Harold, the Solar Dog. I'm looking forward to hearing from you.
Look how wide that deer is. Oh my God. Oh my God. He's down. He's down. Hold him up first, huh? Can you hold him up? Son, what do you think about that? Excited? After me.
Welcome back to coverage of the SNB Cup Series presented by Appalachian Hauler Hunters. The Ag Solar Solutions 250-pound trick in the books. We're going to grab a word with our top 3 finishers here in just a minute. Ross Tatum, the winner, second win on the series. And we'll grab a word with Matt Dyer, first driver of, number 8, Braxton DeWeese. You 3 wins on the year, defending series champion, High Five Racing, looking good, Braxton, a top 3 run here at Atlanta. Your take of the race here tonight?
It was pretty fun. Being able to move around and try different things and try different lanes was pretty fun and different. It was pretty good practice for me for an upcoming league race for the championship. So looking forward to that. And you know how I am. I always want to win, and I feel like I'm always disappointed if I don't win. I know third's good, but I'm always trying to win and whatnot. I felt like I had a good chance there, coming to the last lap, getting underneath Ross and side drafting him a little bit. I felt like if I would have had that little help from Josh, him pushing me or whatnot, not going below me, I felt like it could have helped us both out in that situation, and we could have finished at least 1-2 or 1-2 or 1-3 or something like that. But I don't know. Anything could have happened there. Who knows what could have happened? But fun race all in all. Glad we're third. Glad another top 5. The goal was to try to get top 10 every race this year. So we're on track for that still, and we'll see if we can keep it up.
Braxton, can we talk a little bit about the incident on the back straightaway? I know there was kind of some people that possibly might have thought that it was a rough driving move, but they didn't call it rough driving. They kept you in your spot. There was no penalty, but your take of what happened with you in the car on the back stretch, and you still finished third.
I don't know anything of that was rough driving. If you're talking about the braking incident, he got tight and checked up, and I checked up a little, and there was nothing I could do. I was going to hit him anyways, because at that point in the run, we're both tight, and I'm in his air a little bit, and it's just hard to check up like when he checks up that quick. The Zach Peterson incident, he had fresh tires. I'm on the long run. I'm running the line. We're all getting tight and coming on up and whatnot. And so he's the lap car, so he's got the fresh tires. He's got to figure out a nice way to get around me without hitting me. And he just straight pile drove me right in my rear end and then hit the wall and came down and hit me and whatnot. But yeah, it is what it is. Glad to get a third place finish.
Oh, on to the next one, bud. Thank your sponsors. A good run, top 3 tonight.
Yeah, I want to thank River's Edge Bar and Grill for coming on the car. They're tuning in. I really wish I could have got the win for you guys, but we got a third place. We're going to run them next week and the week after that, and really looking forward to them weeks, Indy and Richmond. So we'll see what we can do with them on the car again. I also want to thank Zimmerman Concrete, Ron's Pizza, Bennett's Publical, Ravenwood Enterprise, Scott Martin at Jeff Schmidt, NASCAR Technical Institute, Blaze Designs, always putting together the paint schemes for me with the new sponsors and whatnot. They always look beautiful. I think I always love them. I also want to thank you guys for broadcasting. I want to thank Rapid Response, Property Maintenance for also coming on board, along with GP Diecast, and Rapid Roofing, which will debut the scheme for the Adrenaline iRacing League here at Atlanta for the championship race. It's going to be a good one. I also want to thank all the family, friends, supporters that tune in and watch me. We'll see what we can do next week at Indy.
All right, brother. Indianapolis coming up. Should be a fun one at the Brickyard next Wednesday night. Thanks, bud. Braxton DeWeese will finish in the number 3 position. Runner-up in the race, Matt Dyer. Boy, he had some contact with DeWeese, also fighting for second at the finish line. Dyer went through a nice little spill through the infield grass when the checker came out. But Matt Dyer, you will score for second. Getting so close, or third last week, second here tonight. Could we be talking to you in a victory lane at Indy next week, my friend? 88 Rigid Tools Machine, second here in Atlanta.
I would sure hope so. But yeah, we had a great run. I really felt I had more of a better long run card than most of the other people, but yeah, it felt really good. Especially there before, that last 3 laps, that last run before that, Ross was really just guarding that outside line because I really wanted to get around him on the outside, but it was really a fun race. We kept it up near the front, the whole time, so it was a really good race for me.
Man, I'll tell you at one point that your car looks so strong for CEM Motorsports. It just seems like you're getting better week after week after week. I know you're ready to get an SNB Cup Series win.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely would be. It definitely has helped to have, these stretches of races that have really fit my driving style. So definitely looking forward to next week too.
All right, bud. A lot of people don't know what Rigid Tools is, but all of your sponsors, thank you, man. Good job tonight.
Yeah, we got Rigid on the car this week. CM Motorsports, they always put a good car together. Blitz Racing Network. You guys for putting on this each week, always good. So also a shout out to Appalachian Hollow Hunters for putting this series on. So huge thank you to them too.
Well, there goes Matt Dyer again for CEM Motorsports. He will finish in the number 2 position here tonight at Atlanta. Victory lane we go. Second win this season for Shadow Racing, the Coca-Cola Body Armor, number 21. Of course, Bristol winner, now Atlanta winner, Ross the Boss Tatum. Ross, congratulations to you, man. Man, what a race. At any time, it seemed like before that final round of pit stops, anyone could have won this thing. Let's go back to the money stop, or the scheduled pit stop in the shootout, if you will, with under 6 laps to go. You knew you had to pit or you'd be a sitting duck, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I was actually really worried. I thought, at least 2 or 3 people would sit out and stay out and maybe risk it, but thank God everybody pitted. I was not expecting that. But yeah, I mean, first few laps of the race were rough, but after that, everybody kind of calmed down, and after that, the racing was really good. The track was really they've changed it, and they've added multiple lanes, and it kind of made it a 1-lane track actually. But it was a really fun race tonight. I had a lot of fun just racing everybody, and I kind of feel bad that Matt didn't win, because I mean, that dude just every week, man, he's getting better and better, and I mean, he's gonna win soon.
Well, I'll tell you what, at any time anyone could have had anything to do here, but it seemed like the last, I want to say 50 laps, I guess, of this race, your car really started to show your strength. I mean, there was a time where you kind of hung in the back in the top 10, top 5, if you will. Was you waiting for that final 50 laps or so to send it and bring it to the front?
Oh, man, I was just being patient. I haven't been practicing for any of these races. I've just kind of been showing up cold, and I'm really trying to spend the first few laps just learning the track. And I think it's actually helping me because I'm not getting as angry, which is a good thing. So I want to practice a lot and then get wrecked. And, my wife doesn't want me practicing a lot either. So, it's actually been a blessing not practicing a lot because I just show up, I race, I enjoy it. And, I mean, once I kind of figured out what to do, it was really good in clean air. There was one restart where Josh Altus stayed out, and me and Dyer were kind of just battling to see who would get in front first, and somehow I got around the outside of him, and that was pretty much it. Track position was everything tonight.
All right, man. Well, listen, thank your sponsors, and we will let you go. And by the way, hey, man, if you ain't tried the new gold Body Armor Goldberry, you need to try that drink. Man, it's really, really good. I had one the other day.
Man, yeah, Goldberry is really good. I haven't tried Blue Raspberry. Everyone really loves that one. It's been really popping off the shelves. But yeah, I got to thank Coca-Cola, as always. Braxton's sitting here reading down a list of sponsors. No one's sponsoring me, so I'm just going to thank people. Thank LSRTV, awesome broadcast, man. I love working out and watching the race back. What was I saying? Body Armor, Coca-Cola, thank my wife for letting me race, Shadow Racing, Agent NASCAR for painting my schemes, and that's about it. I ain't got much else to say.
His second win of the year from Bristol to Atlanta, and next week it's on to the world's greatest race course, the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, for round 7. That is Ross the Boss Tatum here tonight, winning at Atlanta in the AXE Solar Solutions 250. That's going to wrap up our coverage. Later on tonight, 11:30 Eastern Time, round 13 from Laguna Seca WeatherTech Raceway and the Northwest Racing Truck Series. For Jeff Stabnow and everybody at Rocket Media, for Charles Wooten, I'm Wesley Outland. Thank you for watching. Congratulations again to Ross Tatum. He wins tonight. We'll see you next Wednesday, at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway.